Apple Intelligence is finally here, but is it any good? Welcome back to the AI Daily Brief. This is a moment that we have long been anticipating. Ever since ChatGPT kicked off the race for generative AI with all the big tech players playing along, Apple has been the laggard in the pack. Now, everyone has given Apple the benefit of the doubt as they tend not to be the first to move, but instead try to be the best when they do. And so it sort of followed on that earlier this year, we started to get rumors around what was happening with Apple, and then we finally got some announcements. Characteristically, at the Worldwide Developer Conference, they announced that they would not be doing artificial intelligence, but instead Apple Intelligence, their very own version of AI. And it was very clear from the beginning that the approach that Apple was going to be taking was not about being the leader when it came to frontier models. In fact, recently we've had reports from inside that company that says that they believe that they are 2 years plus behind other companies when it comes to their own models. Instead, what Apple was quite clearly trying to do was be the best at productizing AI into a way that normal people would use. Apple Intelligence was AI, but for normies. However, it hasn't been all smooth sailing since then. Almost immediately upon announcing that Apple Intelligence would be coming out alongside the new iPhone and iOS 18, Apple had to walk it back and say that actually it would be out about a month after the iPhone came out. This was a big deal because iPhones still make up a huge portion of Apple's annual revenue, and Apple Intelligence is really being looked at by both the company and by analysts as a reason for people to upgrade as upgrade cycles have slowed. So that is a little bit of backstory, and as of yesterday, we finally started getting these features. Tim Cook tweets, Apple Intelligence is here. Starting today, you can get more done on iPhone, iPad, and Mac with powerful new features, including system-wide writing tools, a more conversational Siri, intelligence in photos, and so much more. This is the beginning of an exciting new era. The Verge writes, iOS 18's cornerstone software feature is finally shipping. At least, the first part of it is. The blog points out that Apple Intelligence has been available in developer and public beta builds for the past few months, but this is the first time that it's available in a public release. However, as they point out, the features are still being marked as beta, and what is actually available is kind of limited. The Verge called it an AI starter kit set of features. Writing tools to help summarize notes, change the tone of messages, etc. AI summaries and notifications in emails. A new updated Siri with its glowing border around the screen, etc. Now what's more is even for this limited set of features, you have to get on a waitlist. This has folks none too happy. Ankit Harathi says, I'm on a 16 Pro, have updated to 18.1, and there's still a waitlist to get access to Apple Intelligence. Jobs would have never let this ship. Just release 18.1 when it's actually available to everyone. Gabrielle Tybee writes, you're telling me I downloaded iOS 18.1 to get Apple Intelligence, and it's still not even technically out? I had to join a waitlist? Insane. Broadly, there's a lot of the sentiment summed up by Mikey here, who says, Apple Intelligence is the sloppiest rollout Apple has ever done. Basically, we have issues both of what is available, to whom it's available, and how much isn't currently available. Now, Apple is saying that more tools are going to start arriving in December. If things go according to plan, that's when you'll be able to use ChatGPT inside of Siri, and Apple's AI camera feature, Visual Intelligence, will be able to tell you about the things that are around you. A couple months after that, Apple says it'll launch priority notifications, as well as a major upgrade for Siri, including awareness of what's on your screen and the ability to take action within apps. Now, obviously, that could be a pretty powerful update given the sort of agentic world we're moving into, but that's still pretty far down the line. The Wall Street Journal reinforced how much Apple Intelligence and the iPhone need each other. In a piece titled Why Apple's AI Success Hinges on the iPhone, they write, big tech rivals can distribute AI widely through their services, while Apple's hardware-centric business needs its devices as the touch point. And once again, they point out that the phased launch, quote-unquote, complicates the picture. Krish Sankar of TD Cowen wrote in a note to clients, gradual AI feature rollout could be hindering a more pronounced upgrade cycle. The Wall Street Journal points out that the, quote, concerns have weighed on Apple's stock. Shares are up less than 5% since the iPhone 16's launch event in early September, lagging behind other mega-cap techs, as well as the S&P 500. Now, the logic for how this plays out in Apple's favor is clear. The Journal again says, as capabilities move from cloud services to edge devices such as smartphones and PCs, Apple has a natural advantage as the world's predominant maker of such products. But there is some question as to whether the current crop of AI smartphones can really deliver powerful experiences. Jefferies analyst Edison Lee doesn't think so. In fact, they wrote, to expect an accelerated smartphone replacement cycle now due to AI is premature in our view. So lots of really interesting dynamics going on. But so far, I've told you about the reactions to very enfranchised technology users and to very enfranchised market participants. But what about those normal folks that it seemed so clear that Apple Intelligence was aimed at? It is certainly not a big enough representative sample to really know for sure. But when you start to browse around Twitter, outside of tech and finance circles, there are a lot of folks who are really excited about some very basic features. Kbrew on Twitter, who describes themselves as a theme park enthusiast and foodie, writes, "Wow, with Apple Intelligence, you can erase unwanted people from your photos." And it shows him posing in front of a restaurant, having removed a half dozen people or more from the shot. When someone tried to make a joke about it, Kbrew said they still need to work on it a little bit more, but it's still very cool technology. And there are lots of people using explicitly this feature and discussing how much they like it. So maybe Apple will really have the last laugh. For now, I think people are still rightly skeptical, but I certainly wouldn't count them out. That's going to do it for today's AI Daily Brief. Until next time, peace.